What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Round four, second round of this day. This isn't really going to be a round. I'm just calling it round four, so it's streamlined, but it's really like 3.5. So today the schedule for this one is like no BS, like no commentary or any of that. I'm literally going to be calling back a seller I just got a call from, but I wasn't able to answer because I was in the car. So I'm going to call him back, and then we got this call in about 20 minutes from this other seller that I was talking about earlier on round three that really was like shopping around all these offers and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to call this guy back, see what he's thinking. Rendezvous, go from there. So, yeah, I'm going to get right into it. I don't really want to take too much time. So sometimes I turn my screen off when I'm making these calls because I don't know. I look at the screen and I get distracted. So I don't really. I'm gonna do this real quick and see what we can get done. I would say. So here we go. Calling him back now.
Hello?
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Patrick. Sorry I missed your call earlier. I was on another appointment.
Hold on. Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How's your day? Besides the heat, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I had to sit down. Couldn't find a chair there. Get it straightened out. Okay.
All right. So I was able to go and look at some of this other property that you have that you told me about yesterday, on Brookside Parkway. And I have a question. When I was looking it up, I ended up finding that you have other houses. So I was wondering, are you just looking to sell this one, or like what's going on with these other ones you own?
Well, I'll probably be selling those too. But just want to get Brookside out of the way first.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So let me. I'm pulling this up real quickly. So on Brookside, I guess I know you said that you want to get kind of just out of it, and I guess the tenants. I'm not exactly sure if they were causing problems for you, but the only thing I wanted to know a little bit more about on this house was just, I guess, if it's going to need any work, like the condition. I know you kind of gave a rundown of how it's set up, but what about like the actual condition of it? Is there anything you know of that might need fixed?
No, I've had it for around 30 years, so, I've maintained it as it needed. So, everything's up and running, so.
All right. What about any updating?
Updated, well, I had some, about 12 years ago, put aluminum siding or vinyl siding on the outside. And probably about that time, somewhere in there, put a new hot water heater in.
Okay, got it. So it might just need maybe a few updates here and there. So I was looking. Go ahead.
Paint, and a little bit of carpet. That's about it. It looks okay. So.
All right. Yeah. So I was looking in the neighborhood. I see a few of them. It's kind of, at least, I guess, the part that is in like actually around Mass Ave, inside Brookside Park, like I would say north of Poe's Run. Some of those in there's a huge mix of, I guess, a few new construction and then also some older ones that have been fixed. So with your square footage, while I'm looking at it right now, anything that's under 1,000 square feet is really only things I'm looking at. And it's looking like some of them, like the highest price I'm seeing in this general area for something that's around 900 to 1,000 square feet, kind of just like yours with 2-3 bedrooms, 2 baths or more. They're all selling. The highest price I'm seeing is like 60,000. So when I'm looking at this one, it's not completely fixed or anything. I mean, it has like a few small updates. I'm sure it's probably ready for a renter to be put in there. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I guess it's more of, I mean, what were you thinking of getting for this property in terms of like price?
I would get about 65,000. But you say there's one for 60?
Well, yeah, I saw. Well, it sold for it's 2 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 800 square feet, and it sold for 57,000 in 2020. And it looks just about the same. And it says the value of it, predicted value of it right now, is about 60. So it hasn't gone up that much. And then there's a few other ones. These ones I wouldn't really compare to yours because they're almost vacant and they have boards on the window. But some of these other ones sold for 43,000, 18,000. There's a few over, I guess, closer to rural that have sold for 40, 50,000. Some of the 2-story, like the bigger 2 stories, those have sold for a little bit more. Even if they're like 1,200 square feet, some of those sell, I guess, a little bit higher because there's a little bit more space and it's 2 floors. But I mean, if you were on the other side of Brookside Parkway South Drive, below there, in between that and 10th, that definitely would have been a lot higher price.
On the south side?
Yeah, on the south side of the park. So I mean, in terms of looking at just looking at it based off the rent that you're getting for $615, I mean, it's good that they're month to month. So if we do have to make any changes, that's like shouldn't be too bad to do. But looking at the price just based off the rent of $615, I think, and even the underwriting team, that it might be a little bit low than what we're hoping for or we think it could get. So I mean, right now it's probably a little bit lower than 60,000 for sure.
50 or 55?
60. It's lower than 60. So right now, just off of what it's producing from an income standpoint, it's going to be around like 20,000. But that's only off of the rents. And I know that this area is kind of up and coming a little bit, and there's more new construction. But at the same time, this house can't really be compared to houses that are brand new built, in the past couple of years. And even though it's in good condition, it still might need a little bit of work if we were to flip it. I mean, it's probably going to need like at least $20,000 worth of fixing to make sure it looks nice and pretty for a family. But if we're going to keep it as a rental, I don't think it needs all that. So like I told you on the house with Apple, we have multiple different options of buying houses. Obviously, the cash price is going to be your quick and easy button. And then we have the terms where essentially we can come up higher, but we just need a little bit of room to be able to work together.
So what kind of price did you come up with again? It kind of lost me there somewhere.
So for a cash price, for us to fix it and flip it, or just to keep it as a rental, we're going to need to be around like 35 grand. You want to play the silence on this one. Just once you say the prices, here it comes.
Yeah, it's pretty low. I don't think it'd probably work out, Patrick.
Okay. What about what would you consider terms on this one? Because I mean, if we can do that, then we could definitely the purchase price will be way higher, and actually in the long run you'll be making more than what you're asking actually. And also it's kind of good because we still are paying the closing costs, the escrow fees, any fee associated with the sale, we're covering still, essentially with all these options. And then at the same time, you're not going to be paying as much in capital gains tax, so you're going to be actually keeping, more than what it would be for a sale, which is just something I thought I'd bring up because it's not, even if we were to give you 60,000, which I don't think from us would happen at least, you're still going to lose a decent portion of that to taxes and fees.
Yeah, well, let me think about that. Doesn't sound real appealing right at the moment, so I'd have to think about that for a while.
Okay, what about turns? What are your thoughts on that? Because with that, I mean, we can come up, maybe probably not to 60,000, but we could be in the 50 range if you wanted to do that, and it works. Like I said last time we were talking, the same way as a loan. So you're getting a down payment, plus we're paying you every single month for a set amount of time, and then at the end, say in a couple of years you want to just be done with it, we'll just give you the balloon payment, and it's not like you have to do anything. It's really just mailbox money. So we're the ones that pay the taxes, we pay the insurance, anything that breaks we fix it, we pay essentially everything. You're just sitting back and making the money.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Getting too old to do anything long term, so.
Yeah, it wouldn't be long term. I mean, we're talking just a few years. And even, I mean, right now you have a rental, and even with some of the other ones you own, I'm sure are probably rentals. So really, you're selling it, but you're also still making the money off of it. So it's not just the lump sum. We do give you a down payment, which I guess can cover some of the equity you have. And then essentially from that, we're just paying you every single month. So, I mean, that's something, obviously at the end, still your decision, but I want to bring that up because that's something to think about. A lot of landlords like yourself like this idea.
Yeah. Well, let me think about it, Patrick, and I can get back with you. Sounds appealing, or
Okay. So when do you think I should follow up with you?
when am I going to do what?
When do you think that I should follow up with you and check in and
probably next week, early next week sometime.
All right. So early next week we can touch base, see what's going on, go from there. The only other question that I do have is, if we were to come to an agreement, I mean, what are you saying or thinking is the next step?
The timeline, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, if we can come to an agreement, what's the next step?
If you can send me agreement, let me look it over. Okay.
Okay. So Joe, I don't have your email. Well, actually, I do.
Suri@hotmail.com.
Yep.
I gotta go. My wife's calling me.
All right. Well, we can talk next week, Joe.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one. Wow. So, I think it was okay. So that call was a little bit dicey. So, I've already spoken to Joe about doing terms, and he was open to it on this last property. He didn't agree to it or anything, but he said he was open to it and he likes the idea. So now that I'm talking to him about this other house, after he told me he doesn't want to sell this other one, he essentially, I mean, he kind of ducked it off, and like, I don't know. He's gonna obviously have to talk to his wife, see what she's thinking. I'm glad because it kind of he was saying 60,000. So I don't know if you guys saw, but this guy was in my call, I think in round one. And in round one, when I called him, he said that he didn't know what he wanted for the property. And then I started bringing up comps, and he tells me he wants 60,000. So now, I mean, I can't go back, I can't change anything, but in the future, I might bring up the lowest comp in the neighborhood and tell him that, and so he can base his price off of that. Because I did tell him, look, this is a nicely fixed house that sold for 60,000. And so then once he said he wants 60,000, 65, 56, 55, 60, 65,000, I was like, man, maybe if I would have said, the highest comp in the area is 40,000, he would have said, I don't know. I mean, I'll take like 50. Then we would have been in a good spot, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I think overall it was a good call. I got a better understanding. I think him now, I anchored him pretty low. So, I mean, he does have I guess a general understanding. He knows that right now we're going to be somewhere in the 30 range. So yeah, I mean, I think in the future it'll probably be a good call. I'm going to follow up with him, probably here soon. I wish we would have not. I mean, I wish he would have just given us this other one, because I don't know why he wants to get out of this one so bad. He still hasn't really told me. He told me the tenants and stuff are causing issues, and then he said he likes him a lot. So either way, I'm gonna follow up with him on Monday, see what he's thinking, see what he wants to do next, and then we can just rendezvous and kind of go from there. Because I mean, right now I thought he was hot. He kind of just moved to warm. So right now I'm just waiting. I wanted to wait. I was hoping that this would back up back to back for this other call, but she hasn't called me yet, so I might try to give her a buzz here in 2 seconds. And now that we have a second, the other thing I was just thinking about, sorry, I was just kind of pacing back and forth here. I was thinking about that call. He definitely, I think he's interested. I mean, at the end, once I asked him what's the next step, that does work. And he told me, I mean, I guess send an agreement over. I didn't want to push on it too hard, because once I said that, I think it touched base. Like, he's like, oh shoot, I like, there's actually an agreement coming. And then, as you can tell, right after he said that, he said, oh, I gotta go, my wife's calling. So for me, I kind of call bullshit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I'm still going to talk to him again, so that's fine. But I wish I would have said, like, so what am I sending you an agreement for? What am I sending you an agreement for? And that probably would have pulled out like, oh, well, I guess you can send me terms, or I guess you can send me a purchase agreement. And then it's like, well, what price? So that's just something I thought I'd bring up. Obviously, right after, I didn't even have really a chance to say anything. So that's kind of how that went. But yeah, I'll keep it in mind. I will. I was hoping to talk to him last night, but now he's had a little bit of time, and so I'm thinking, oh, if I were to call him on Monday, I'll probably call him again Saturday, Sunday. like, hey, you got an appointment Monday, you know, like talk to your wife type of thing. So we'll see. I think that might be a good one. I'm not writing him off yet. Some people would probably hear that and write him off and say he's cold, but at the end of the day, he told me he was interested and he has a lot of other properties that we probably could try to get into. So I'm going to keep him on there, follow up with him just one day and see what he wants to do. I'll try to capture that, maybe do round 5 then. But for right now, let's just take like a little 2-minute break, and then I'm going to try to call. I'm going to look into some notes and type these notes up from this last call, and then I'm going to try to get this appointment to call me. So she said she's going to sit down with her dad at 4. So I still probably need to patch Jake in on that call. I don't know if she's calling me or I'm calling her. So if she doesn't call me in like 2 minutes when I'm done writing these notes, I'm going to give her a call and I guess just go from there. I'm calling her now.
Hello?
Rebecca?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, how's it going?
Good. Hey, how are you, Patrick?
I'm doing great. Like I've been telling most people, I mean, besides the heat, it's a pretty good day out. There's a little bit of shade out.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm about to sit down with my dad and talk about some things, and
Here
we'll
we-
call you in the morning with some answers, okay?
In the morning?
Yep.
Okay. Does he not want to talk today?
No, him and I are going to talk. I'm not at home yet. So long story short, some stuff came up, and I'm not home yet. So him and I are going to talk tonight, and then we'll be giving you a call in the morning. As long as everything's the same as what you said, that you're going to assume the mortgage and refinance it to get it out of my name, and then I walk away with $2,000. If everything's the same.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Everything's still the same on our side.
I'm just looking for a contract that says the inspection was, done, and that's not going to be an issue.
Okay. Yeah. That's totally fine. I mean, when you guys want, I guess just give us a call. But I just do want to stress that we talk to a lot of people every day, so we do. I guess
I understand.
we want to know one way or the
as
other.
fast as I can. Yep, I'm doing it.
All right.
So yeah, I'm just waiting. If you can send me a contract that says the inspection's been done, send me it with a contractor today for another investor, and he estimated about $20,000 in repairs. So you were right on the money with that. But if you can send me a contract that says what you're going to do, and inspection's been done, and you're going to assume the mortgage, pay off what I'm in arrears if I don't get approved for the putting that stuff on the back end, the mortgage assistance stuff.
Yeah.
Putting that $13,000 on the back end, and then you'll assume the mortgage. You can make a contract, we'll have a deal.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to them. I guess definitely speak with your dad, and then we can just pick it up in the morning.
Okay, that sounds great, hon.
All right, thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, bye-bye.
Talk to you soon, hon. Bye-bye.
Dude, how many times do I have to go through this again? Like, for the most part, I got to turn my screen on for that. So, dude, ladies and gentlemen, people like this are, I wouldn't say they're wasting time, but okay, so this is the deal. She is behind $13,000 in payments, 6 months behind. Her house is vacant. She's not making any money. So she's losing money every month. And she's 6 months behind in payments. So she's probably not even making those payments. On top of that, she's talking to other investors and she's prolonging the process when it's like literally like all these other people are probably wholesalers. So they're probably going to call you. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. I do it. Like, I don't do that every day. I don't tell people what they want to hear, but I do wholesaling, so I know that they're probably going to raise the price, inflate the price that they're going to purchase it at, and then they're going to tell you, they're going to call you in like a couple of weeks and say, hey, we can't do this price. We got to lower it. We got someone at this price, and they're going to carry on the process and blah, 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 and all this stuff. So it's like, just get the numbers right. And I mean, we're assuming the mortgage. So this would be a sub 2 deal. And I don't know. It's kind of just a little bit annoying that it's just taking this long. And I keep telling her, like, look, we're trying to make a decision. We have other deals that we could buy, and we're trying to allocate this money properly to make sure we have enough to cover these deals. And so, I mean, if she wants to wait, it's at the end of the day, it's her decision. I can only push her so much, and I can only tell her, like, yo, hurry up so much. So I think I got to her today. Just now, I think I kind of stressed it more. Like, look, we're not going to be here every single day. I'm not going to keep calling you. Like, probably after today, if she didn't tell me that or she didn't answer, I probably wouldn't have called her for a few days. Because it's like, I'm not going to call you every single day and get strung along for this. So Yeah, we'll see. I definitely think it could be a good deal. It's a sub 2 deal, and I mean they had a contractor go there and say it's going to be $2,000. I mean $20,000, dude. I never said it was going to be $20,000. I said it was going to be $20,000, most likely, just to update the house. Not, she said that there was something wrong in the basement and there was water coming in. But I'm pretty sure my house that I'm in right now has the same thing. So in the basement, it's not finished, and I mean every house that was built in the early 1900s, like pretty much 1950 or before, is going to have a wet basement, and they're going to have, I guess, not like wet, like pounds of water and like flowing standing water, but they're going to have some type of water coming through the basement. So I don't know. I'm not an inspector. So for me, I told her, like, look, I'm not an inspector. I'm not certified to come into your property and inspect it head to toe and know everything that's wrong with it and tell you. That's not my job. Like, we're not inspectors. I'm not certified to do that. So that's also another learning point. If you're also a wholesaler, don't be going into these people's houses telling them, I mean, yeah, you have a rough estimate of what it might cost to fix it based on previous, projects and stuff, but do not go into someone's, house or on the phone telling them, hey, it's going to be this much to fix it. This is wrong. That's wrong. This is wrong. This might be wrong. Like, yeah, those things might be wrong, but at the end of the day, we are not, unless you are, I don't know. But for me and most other wholesalers, we are not certified to do, full head to toe inspections of properties. Like, there's a whole bunch of things A through Z to cover. So for the most part, it's just looking and verifying what they told us on the phone, making sure it's good enough. Structure is good, foundation is good. It looks decent. Obviously, houses that we look for are distressed, so we're looking for houses that we can fix up. But at the same time, it's like we can't sit there and tell them, hey, it's going to be this much to fix it. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I think the call was pretty good. That was like my third call with her. So I think at the end of the day, I definitely think that she probably would convert or will convert. I don't know. I've talked to her multiple times. She's a nice lady. She likes me. I've met her in person. I've come out to the house. I haven't bullshitted her once. I haven't made up some false statement or some false lie trying to create this why she should come with us. For me, I just give out straight facts. And it's like, these are the facts. This is what I see. This is what I think. What do you think about what I just said? So that's kind of how I'm moving right now. For the most part, I think she's going to be good to talk to. She said she's going to call me tomorrow in the morning. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if she does call me tomorrow in the morning, it'll be good because we'll be on our morning meeting. So either way, it's a learning experience, and there's always more. There's always more numbers. There's always more properties. There's always more stuff. Blah blah blah. So yeah. So I wouldn't really call this round 4. I'm going to be calling it round 4 because this is the fourth video I'm making live. So those were just a couple quick calls. I don't know if I'll be able to get this other one tomorrow on our morning meeting. I might be able to. This is probably all I'm going to do for today. So I got, what do I have? It looks like I got another like 4 or 5 appointments to go on. So I got another 4 or 5 appointments. So yeah, I'm going to go on those. And then essentially, do some personal stuff outside of work, go to bed, get back after it tomorrow. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are learning something from these videos. I know it's live seller calls. I'm sure a lot of people do it. But it's always good to kind of see different perspectives and hear different conversations from different people. So I think it's good. Like always, like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you want. DM me. If you guys have any recommendations on videos you want me to make or things that you guys need, help on, reach out. I'm always down to make new videos and kind of help you guys out. If you're from Indianapolis, hit me up. I'm down to work together. We're always looking to expand the team. We're also always looking to partner up on deals, JV and stuff like that. So if you're from Indiana, hit me up. If you're not from Indiana, but you're in real estate, still hit me up. Let's collab. I'm sure there's something we can do. We just moved into Texas, Dallas, Texas, so Fort Worth area. So we'll probably be doing right now. It's just going to be Indy and Texas. Indies are still the primary market, but we're doing secondary Texas. So if you guys live in Indy or Texas, let's connect. Let's get some deals done. Let's figure something out in terms of partnerships, and then just go from there. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys had a good day. Like always, like I said, like and subscribe. Hit me up if you have anything you guys need. I'm always here. So I'm looking forward to, what is this round? Or now you have a watch on. This is round 4. So I'll probably do round 5. I don't know. I'll probably do round 5 on Monday or Tuesday, sometime early next week. And in between, I know I'm doing a F1 esports event this weekend, so I might be doing that. But it's Father's Day. I got a few other things to do, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, keep up to date with the stuff that's going on. Let's get some things done and keep pushing forward. Have a good one, guys. Speak to you soon.